Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've been thinking for the past few weeks about how we're going to do technology this term if we're going to be doing most of it remotely. Trying to think about Google Sites, things like that, coding, and it made me think I think what's missing from our class is a little bit of creativity. So maybe we might scrap the tech part for a little bit and let's go back to a bit of creativity. Because the one thing I think that I'm missing and I think that you guys are missing is fun and interesting lessons that you want to do, right? You want to give it a go and you want to just sort of do something a bit more fun, because there is quite a lot of lessons that are quite serious and sort of take a lot of thinking. And then there's other ones that are art-based, but if you're not arty, that makes it harder. So I thought, what can we do to make it a little bit more fun? And so what I thought I'd do is go back to these things called thinkers keys. And there's things I've done in the past before, and they're really, really, really good. What they are is each key has a different topic. And all of our key, we're going to do around the theme of space at the moment. And you're going to be given a different topic, a few topics each week, and you have to create your answer. Now, the good thing about this is there's no right way of doing it. It's all completely up to you. If you want to draw a picture and then sort of label that picture, great. If you want to write it like a sentence or write it like a paragraph, then do that. If you want to build something, build it. It's completely up to you. It's all about what you want to do and how you're going to enjoy this lesson. I want to bring a bit more enjoyment to the home learning, because I know it's hard sometimes and I know it's not necessarily always that enjoyable. So I thought we'd try and do some fun things today. We're only going to go through about 3 of them at a time, and then each week we'll go through a few more, okay? So what I'll do each week is I'll explain a couple of the keys, give you a few of the questions, and then let you guys go away and try to answer those ones. So let's get started. The first key we have is the prediction key. Now the prediction key is pretty much exactly how it sounds. You're going to be predicting something about space. Now you're going to get a topic and you're going to predict it. So it says here, make predictions about the future of your topic. So the first topic we're going to get is, what will space travel look like in 50 years? So in 50 years time, what's it going to look like? How is it going to look? Now you could do like a page and you could write down what space travel is going to look like. You could draw a picture of what space travel is going to look like in terms of what like, are we going to be set up on Mars? Are we going to be living in some sort of hotel in outer space? You could draw the hotel and then label it and then write, this is what it's going to look like. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to whatever you feel like you want to do to try to answer this question, okay? So I at least want to see the effort. Like if you're going to draw a picture, make it look decent and have labels of what the part's going to be so I can see you've actually put in the effort. But if you're not a writer, then don't write, right? So that's the first question. I really want you to think outside the box. Don't just straight away start it. Have a think about it. Talk to someone. See what they think. Research. You don't have to research. It's really just up to you. The next thinker's key we're going to focus on is the what if key. Now the what if key is pretty much exactly how it sounds. Like, what if this happened? So if you were, I don't know, needed to go to work and you lost your keys, what if that happened, what would you do? That's a pretty bad example. The example they give is, ask whatever what if questions you like, serious or silly, and record your thinking. So once again, you don't have to record this as a whole page. You could record it as an audio thing or a video thing. There is no real limits to how you answer these questions or what we expect of you. We just want you to give it a go and try to have some fun, all right? So we don't expect full pages of writing down. What if we found out that a meteor was going to hit Earth in 2 years? Now this is a really hard one to explain with a picture, right? So what you might want to do instead is record an audio thing of what you're doing. So maybe just voice record and then send that in as part of it, because really, you might want to have a really big thing in your head and you're really good at explaining stuff, but you're not great at writing it down. It's all about the creative process, okay? So what would it look like if we found out a meteor was going to hit in 2 years? What sort of things would we put in place? How would everybody react to it? What would we do as a solution? Which countries would be affected worse than others in terms of the lead up? All those things. You can make it funny, you can make it serious. It's really up to you. And the last one I'm going to focus on today is the ridiculous key. So the ridiculous key, once again, is exactly how it sounds. We give you a ridiculous statement. It's not necessarily impossible, this one, but now you're either going to try to prove it to happen or just explain why it should happen, okay? So I might say that everybody has to, I don't know. Actually, I can't think of one at the moment, but let's just keep going. The question we're going to ask you is everyone should be given a free ticket to outer space. So everybody should be able to go on, get a free ticket and go in outer space in the next 2 years and go on a free trip to space. And you have to argue why you think that would be a good idea, why you think it'd be useful, why you think it'd be an excellent thing to do. Once again, this one's probably not necessarily as good at doing a picture. It probably is more of a sort of a paragraph-based thing. But we just want you to come up with some really interesting ideas and some fun things, rather than necessarily just sticking to the same sort of things you always do. You have the freedom now to do more, I guess, more free thinking and produce work in different ways. Any of these you could do any way you want. If you want to make, I don't know, like a little iMovie together, it's up to you how you want to do it. And each week we're going to add a few more on each of them, because there are so many of them. We've got the disadvantages key, we've got the inventions key, we've got different uses. So what are the different uses for a spaceship? We've got the combination where you combine things together. We've got the reverse key. We've got the BAR key, which is how do you make something bigger, what do you add to it, and what do you remove from it to make it better. The alphabet key, where you have to come up with A to Z of everything. Variations key, and they just go on and on and on. Okay, so they're the 3 topics we're going to do today. I hope it's a bit more interesting than just doing a technology lesson or just doing a normal other science lesson where you have to answer questions. It's really just a creative way of trying to get you guys interested, and it might be a good activity to start with in the morning, so you feel like you just you can't be bothered studying on the math activity, so you just want to try this one. Let me know how it goes, and I'm happy to record if you have any suggestions for what I could do next. I'm happy to try them out. All right, thanks for watching.